Since its inception, it's been a way for those who can't afford retail prices or otherwise don't have access to retail clothes to find alternative clothing for affordable prices. However, lately, thrifting has become a popular pastime for those that don't necessarily need to thrift. Thrifting is cheaper, more environmentally sustainable, and offers more variety than traditional retail. It's also become a popular style to dress in thrifted clothing. A lot of people who thrift regularly say that they prefer thrifting over traditional retail.
In thrifting, I can find stuff that's unique or stuff that I wouldn't find at an everyday retail store. It's also a really good place to find basics. Thrift stores are a really good place to find cheap basics because those never go out of style. And when you start looking at like retail stores for like basic like white t-shirts or jeans or stuff like that, it can start to get expensive when you're looking for something sustainable.
It's just so much more convenient, first of all, and second of all, there are really cool pieces that you can find at thrift stores that you wouldn't be able to find at, say, Old Navy or Gap or something. And sure, you could go to Urban Outfitters and find the same thing, but that's gonna be $60. And why would I buy it for $60 when I could just get it for $5?
If I'm going alone, the best part is putting in my earbuds and just being able to look through all of the clothes and imagining what outfit I can create. Another good part is like sometimes you go places and you have to like count your money and make sure you can afford everything. But I feel like oftentimes I go to the thrift store with $20 and I'm able to walk out with so much.
In addition to enjoying the variety thrifting offers, a lot of people who thrift emphasize that thrifting is much cheaper than retail shopping. Even if it is possible for someone to purchase retail clothing, saving money is always appealing, especially for teenagers or people without a steady income.
Like I don't have a steady job, so I don't make a lot of money, and thrifting is always cheaper. And obviously there are retail options that are cheaper, but I tend to feel kind of guilty when I buy stuff like fast fashion. I try to avoid that because it won't last me very long, and also the way that it's made is a little sketchy.
Once I got a job, my mom was like, you're on your own, so start like paying for your own stuff. And I found that thrifting was the best way to like stay trendy without like losing all my money.
I thrift for me because I like having the part of me where I get all these clothes and I can make a gigantic wardrobe out of them. And well, I mean, cheap. So I do that for my parents.
However, these aren't the only reasons people have for thrifting. Lately, it's become more and more popular for people to find cheap designer clothes in thrift shops and resell them at a much higher cost than what they were originally bought for.
But also, it just becomes another cycle of like Depop. It just becomes another cycle of people just marking stuff up again, and then you end up with the whole other price loop and things are too expensive now, and it's just another way to make profit. It's different because instead of a necessity, it's become a trend.
Some people question whether this is truly an ethical thing to do, as there is a chance that someone who originally could have bought the piece at a marked down price would no longer be able to afford it at the resale price. However, not everyone feels this way. Some people feel that rather than being a method of keeping people out of thrifting, thrifting for profit can be a creative way to make money, as well as bring people into thrifting that may not have thought to thrift in the first place.
I think they're dope. Like, if you just go out and like thrift and then sell it, that's a great way to make money as a kid. Like, a lot of kids who are under 16 are like stumped and don't know how to make money. They're like, I can babysit or walk a dog. But I mean, you can literally just go thrifting and you can be dope and have money.
Overall, there doesn't seem to be a clear consensus on whether or not reselling is harmful. While it's important to consider that reselling may begin to make thrifting inaccessible, thrifting should be for everyone, and it can be dangerous to start asking who gets to thrift and who doesn't. And of course, the added business is good for thrift shops, and often allows them to do good work in communities.
I think it helps businesses because, like I said, thrift stores tend to be non-profit stores. And so the more people you have and the more things they're buying, the more money is going to these non-profit organizations, and to them, that's their success. But additionally, you also have people who are going to thrift stores and bashing thrift stores because they don't spend enough time looking in them, and that can be downtrodding on their reputation. But overall, I think it's healthy.
Well, I think that it's kind of ridiculous how a lot of people like to gatekeep thrifting because it's, I mean, honestly, anyone can thrift. Like, it's really not that deep that some people go to like great lengths to make other people feel bad about thrifting because, say, maybe they thrifted for a longer time. But I think at the end of the day, it's really wholesome, and it's a really wholesome environment to be in.